And we're back with the Phoenix Wright Justice for All marathon.
And now we're gonna continue on.
Dude, I can't believe that Adrian. No way! That cool and collected Andrews.
She's your manager. It would have been very easy for her to pull this off. The only person who had easy access to the knife you used at dinner was, well, her.
So after the ceremony, you need a break, huh?
Whoa.
I was sleeping like a log the entire time.
See, she could have also easily planted that blood-covered button in your Akama.
Because she was the one that came to wake me up. Then, dude, you're saying that it was really her?
Yes, she is the real killer. She was the one who murdered Juan Corrida.
But why? I thought she was buds with Joan.
She has her own agenda.
Her own agenda? What are you talking about?
I'm sure you'll see by the time this trial's over. It'll be alright. I'll get you acquitted by the end of today.
Get me a verdict that is refreshing like a spring breeze, okay, Mr. Warrior Dude?
Phoenix, you think her motive is related to Celeste Impact's missing suicide note, right? Yes. Miss Andrews depended on Miss Impact for restraining the will to live. But then Miss Impact suddenly killed herself. It sounds like she left a suicide note and the person thought to have hidden it. He's Juan Corrida, the victim of this murder, and that's why I think that Miss Andrews got close to Mr. Corrida. Oh, to get the suicide note back. That sounds plausible. One thing bothers me. What? Who is it that first told us about their relationship? Better stated, Mrs. Andrews' codependency with regards to Miss Evans. Why is this Mr. Andrews, not Miss Andrews? That sounds so wrong here. Jesus, it was Edgeworth. It looks like he's still the one in command of this ship. Don't let your guard down yet.
Yes.
Aye, Captain. Aye, Captain.
Yes.
March 22nd, 2:25 p.m. This way, quarter down 3. Yeah, who cares?
I don't.
How you doing, Edgeworth? Court will now reconvene. Now then, Mr. Edgeworth, if you please.
The prosecution calls the witness so pawned by this court. Miss Andrea Andrews, the person who discovered the crime, Mrs. Joan Corrida's room. What is your occupation? I am a manager of the defendant in this case, Mr. Matt on guard.
I see. Well then.
Before we begin, Your Honor, I have one request.
Yes, sure. What is it?
I'm sure everyone in this room is wondering the same thing, and would love to find out more about the relationship with the victim. After all, it was a topic of a certain weekly magazine recently.
No, I have no idea what you mean. I never even heard of Gossip Land. Judge was ever a prosecution witness. He'd do all my work for me.
Too bad. Anyways, I was wondering if you could please tell us about your relation to the victim. Yes, I was seeing Mr. Corrida. I was also aware of the rivalry that existed between Matt and Joan. And this was the private matter between Joan and myself.
So it was a frame bait matter. Or was that bait fry? Reminds me of fishing.
Reminds me of everything. But I didn't kill him. No one has accused you of that. I have got a feeling someone will soon.
I think we all understand your relationship with the victim now, Miss Andrews.
Very well. The witness will please testify to the court about what happened when you discovered the murder taking place. Yes. Yes.
What the hell's wrong with you, Edgeworth?
I don't know. It was the time for the show to start, so I went to get Matt from his room. After that, I went to Joan's room, and there was a dead body, and I was in shock. And I saw what was naturally the exact same scene as in the crime scene photo. I felt though I was about to faint, so I poured myself in the glass juice.
Wait, what?
Yes.
You poured yourself a glass of juice?
Yes, sadly I didn't remember not to touch the things in the crime. I'm disturbed to the crime scene by moving things. And that's when the fingerprints on the wine glass were made, Your Honor.
I see. Well, Mr. Wright, we cross-examined the witness. Phoenix. She's one cool and collected customer. She has the brains to match. Yes, I know. In order to catch a person like her, you have to avoid head-on confrontations. You should disrupt her pace. Disrupt her pace? She's the type of woman who is easily thrown off by things inconsistent with her thinking, so you have to attack when she least expects it. The instant you let up on your offenses, the instant this trial is over, understand?
Yeah.
We have to press the last one, I think.
Well, actually we have to press everything! Almost.
Well...
Yeah, let's try to press everything. Except for the fourth statement, it doesn't seem like it's necessary.
And what was Mr. Angar doing at the time?
He was taking a nap. He was worn off of his mini performance as a Nico Samurai during the ceremony.
Mr. Angar did say this, he was taking a nap. And I guess you could say he could not have been taken out of his room, yes?
Excuse me, Hit, were you... Right, I thought years of school would have taught you how to construct a sentence. If you can't make a sensible sentence with a subject, then I'll make it one for you, watch.
Oh boy.
Did you, Miss Andrews, remove Mr. Angard knife from this room? No. Subject, verb, object, right. I see what I did there. Did you skip the basic grammar? The witness may continue.
Oh lol. I think the other ones are useless.
Yeah, let's press the second one.
Yeah, but that's so funny. Why did you do that? He's teaching English.
As friendly gestures, one Koreeda was to make her appearance with the other heroes.
So the show was supposed to be a show of friendship, huh? Let's
press further!
Is that the only reason?
I beg your pardon, what are you implying?
You had a certain goal in mind when you started to get close to him, correct? So perhaps you had a more personal matter to discuss with the victim.
Sorry, but I didn't have any such intention in mind at that time.
I can't get her to talk without a strong piece of evidence, I guess.
Now may you continue now. Witness, what did you when you got to his room?
Oh.
Okay, I think this is the one that we need to press.
You were in shock, how? How shocked you were? You were in shock?
What? Was I supposed not to be?
Miss Andrews is a very calculating person. Despite how close they were, I doubt she had romantic feelings for Mr. Koreeda.
Anyone randomly stumbling upon the dead body would feel in shock. I can't seriously expect a young beauty like her would not be shocked.
Somehow, I don't think beauty has anything to do with being shocked or not.
Oh, I'm so shocked about this.
Alright, so last statement now.
Yes.
Once I get there. Felt as though I was about to faint, so I poured myself a glass of juice.
Yes, there was a bottle of tomato juice in the table where I helped myself.
But you didn't drink any of it, did you?
Huh?
There were no lip marks left on this wine glass to suggest that anyone drank from it.
I wasn't feeling terribly great, so I set the glass down without drinking it.
Miss Andrews, I would like to confirm that with you one more time. When you discovered the dead body of Juan Koreeda, you were in great shock. And that's when you poured yourself a glass of juice, correct?
And what of it? My mind was complete blank at the time.
Your mind was a complete blank? I didn't think that was possible for you.
Aren't you rude today? I was dazed at that time. I made one class mistake, that one thing.
What one thing?
Never mind. It's no big deal.
What was she starting to say just now? Press further.
Yes.
I demand that! I demand to see what it was. Miss Andrews, I'm convinced that, as you said, you made a mistake at the scene of the crime. What I really want to know is what this mistake was.
Actually, so would I.
Wow, edgewords with me.
I'm sorry, it's just kinda of embarrassing. When I set the glass down to the dresser, I accidentally knocked the flower vase over.
That explains the glass shards all over.
All over the place.
Flower vase? Are you talking about the one on the floor in the crime photo?
Yes.
Next to the guitar case. These mess of glass shards?
I was originally on the top dresser. But then, when I bumped into the bubble, it fell onto the guitar case. Why did you withhold such an important piece of information? I'm sorry, I thought it was since the crime scene was already disarray, that people would simply assume the vase was just another part of the mess.
It looks like yet another face come to light here. Please add this and anything else you had to reveal to your testimony.
I'm sorry, but I have nothing more to add. I didn't touch anything else.
Just say it.
I was the one that knocked the flower vase over, where it fell onto the guitar case.
Here we can present the guitar case.
Yep.
Because, you know...
The guitar case was actually open and it's wet on the top, so that contradicts.
Objection! You can press if you want to, but it gives you a hint.
You can press if you want to.
Now stop doing the lip in the ad, jeez. You testify that you knocked the flower vase over. Is this correct?
Yes.
And are you sure it fell onto the guitar case?
Is there some problem with what I have said?
Yes. It's not some problem, it's a major problem!
It's a major!
Where's the major?
No, it's not you.
It's true that the top of the guitar case was wet with water. However, that's exactly what is so strange. Miss Andrews, you testified that the vase fell onto the guitar case. However, if that was true, the case should have got wet on the inside, not the outside.
Inside also, go right to...
Yay. That's very true! Furthermore, there is one other strange thing about this guitar case. What is it? Let's take another look at the crime scene photo. The remains of the vase are scattered on the floor. Now what is wrong with that? If the guitar case was opened where the vase fell, the glass shards should be inside, outside the case.
Inside, outside, go Sonic! Wait, no. What is your point, right? That case was closed at the time of the vase was knocked over. Is that all?
And I object to you. No, think back to what Miss Andrews testified to. She said that other than the vase, she didn't touch anything else.
Nick.
Yes, that's right. She didn't implicitly say she did touch the guitar case.
But this whole matter with the guitar case is dead end. The bright red guitar was found in the studio. It has no bearing on this case at all.
That may very well be. However, empty guitar cases seem to have no relation to this case. Seems that there is no deeper meaning to the guitar case. Well, Mr. Wright, do you think we need to hear more details about the guitar case?
Make her testify.
The empty... Excuse me. I have to burp. Excuse me, everyone. The empty guitar case... Sorry, Edward. I believe this is a crucial piece of the puzzle.
I can't believe anyone would reach such a straws like this, but it is you.
I can't believe I'm doing this either. Alright, I'll follow along. For now, Miss Andrews, please testify to the court about the guitar case.
Yes, Your Honor.
About the guitar case. Here we go.
I have so much to say. I don't remember too clearly because I was a bit dazed.
Well, I saw too much in the first part.
I suppose I must open the guitar case after I knock into the vase over. It's not the big deal though, right? The case was empty after all. As for why I opened the case, even I don't know.
Oh, wow. It looks like this really wasn't a very important point.
I always feel such a familiar feeling by now, it's almost comforting.
Anyway, I'll just go ahead and start the cross-examination.
Using anyway to change the topic. Convenient escape for a weak man. Didn't you use that like a few minutes ago, actually?
Oh. Anyways, you have to... I think you have to press first.
No, we actually have to present.
Oh, okay. I think it's
the second one.
Oh, I think I passed then. Sorry. She said, "Oh, I suppose I must over the guitar case."
Yes, but there was no fingerprints of her. There's only the Corrida's fingerprints on the guitar case. So I showed the guitar case.
Objection! Yes, there's Baron Corrida's fingerprints and not hers. So shut up. There is no way you were the one who opened the guitar case.
Why would you say that?
It's elementary, my dear.
My dear Watson.
Because what the hell is that?
Watson. Don't you know what Watson?
Oh, Watson. Okay. Because the only fingerprints on this guitar case are those of the victim.
Huh?
Rumbling all the way. What is it, Miss Andrews?
You shouldn't assume I must have left the prints just because I touched the case.
What do you mean?
What if I were to tell you that I was wearing gloves at the crime?
Gloves? But why would you be wearing gloves at the time?
It was the night of the award ceremony, so of course I was dressed up for the occasion. Yes, now I remember. It's almost always wearing a pair of thin gloves.
I see. Well, Mr. Wright, it seems the witness was wearing gloves at the scene of the crime.
Bullshit, I say!
Strange.
No, it's bullshit. No, seriously, it's bullshit.
You were wearing gloves. Isn't that a little strange?
No, it's just bullshit. Why is it strange and bullshit? Do you have something that would prove that it's bullshit and something? That the gloves at the time?
Yeah.
Yes, we can prove the wine glass. He has your fingerprints on it.
Yep.
Talk to the evidence.
Talk to that, friends! I know your proof right here. This wine glass.
The wine glass?
You left your fingerprints very clear on this wine glass. Even if you took your gloves off when you poured yourself this glass of juice, would you think it was just a little strange that you put your gloves back on just to open the guitar case?
Ugh. Pair of glasses number 1 broken. Ha.
Broken one. You lose the internet, your glasses!
Wow, how many glasses does she have actually?
Infinite number.
Yes.
Looks like you hit the nail on the head this time. What do you mean? I believe that guitar case was a very important role here, but it's just an empty case.
It's always about the empty stuff.
I wonder if it really was empty though. But the guitar, the bright red guitar was at the studio. Phoenix, drop all of your assumptions. What was in the guitar case was not the bright red guitar. You don't mean it was a bright white guitar? Wait, that's not right either.
That doesn't make much sense either.
I mean, it would be unnatural for someone to do that. So the witness was not wearing gloves, despite the fact that on the case, I am chatting.
Your Honor, this is obviously the usual Mr. Tactic at work. Steer court towards an unrelated topic and whoa, us all into a misguide.
I've chat you back. No, Your Honor, please recall that Miss Andrews had testified that the vase fell onto the guitar case, which means that the case was closed when the crime took place. However, it is wide open in this photo of the crime scene. I'm sure this guitar case has some relation to the murder.
If you're so sure, right? Then I'm sure you can somehow substantiate an outrageous claim, of course. Please enlighten us as to why the guitar case has anything to do at all with something.
Can you do that, Mr. Wright?
No.
Well, let's suppose for a second that the bright red guitar was not the only thing that could have been in the case. Bright red guitar not be the only thing? You know, it's just that the bright black guitar was—
That makes no sense. Are you freaking for real? Do you intend to push your theory to the case was not empty? Is that right?
I wouldn't say something I didn't intend to prove.
Deflated head of yours, you haven't proven anything yet. Now then, I'll take you that small piece of bar. By that I mean, what was inside that case at the time of the murder? Okay, no one actually brings the case empty. You would notice that he wasn't happy enough to actually not have the guitar. So I'm guessing he had something else in the first place, instead of the bright red guitar. And that would be really out of the box. And that would be the Nickel Samurai costume. And to prove that, we have to show the Nickel Samurai poster. Which, I don't know when we get that. No, seriously, when did we get this, actually? I don't remember.
Meh.
Oh well, show it! I guess we got it from Maya.
Yeah, you forgot that.
Well, it was long ago, who cares?
This is a photograph. Yes, but what is important is what it is in the picture, Your Honor.
Yeah.
This picture? It doesn't take a genius to see what I mean. What I'm proposing is— instead the guitar case was the Nickel Samurai, the hero's very own costume.
Aha! What?
Oh my god, that word is a shock!
I'm shocked.
Mr. Wright, explain yourself!
Right, are you saying that the witness opened the guitar case to take out the costume? What an insane point would there be to doing something like that?
That insane point would be to wear the costume, of course. Instead, she put it on to hide her identity so she could make her escape. After all, you couldn't let anyone see you leave, could you, Miss Andrews?
I refuse to accept your theory. Do you have anything to support such a preposterous idea?
Just outside the door was an investigative photographer who was swapping for a big scoop.
Why do you say photographer like that?
And in the end, well, she's not.
Well, she is. She
Yeah,
had
but
the
she
photo.
sucks, but she sucks.
Well, she's a photographer anyways. Don't insult them all that.
Yeah,
What the
this
fudge?
I'm just doing this for the fun.
No, it's not funny. I don't think it's funny.
You don't think everything I do is funny.
Well, it's funny. It's funny that you are doing this. So it's funny. You started this, and it's all your fault. Anyways.
And in the end, she managed to get the shot, correct? You mean this voodoo?
Why this is all pixelated. Oh wait, it's pixelated. Oh, whatever.
Looks like we've wandered into quite another mess again, haven't we? Nice job, Phoenix. Well, you know my strategy. Speak first, think later.
Yep.
So the real murderer was hiding inside a costume.
Objection, I say. Wait 1 second, Your Honor. The Nico Samurai costume would have been with Mr. Mouth on guards. Why would something of the defendant be in the victim's room? And inside a guitar case of all places?
True. That is a little baffling.
Fair question, why would he bring an empty guitar case without noticing there was not a red bright guitar? Can you answer me that? Really? No one actually gets to that point. Okay, back to the thing.
Yeah. Mr. Wright, Mr. Wright, the court would like to hear your thoughts. What was this Nico Samurai costume doing inside the guitar case?
It was making
A spare.
stuff. Yes, it was a spare costume.
Mr. Rongar did not take his costume off during the break period. In that case, the costume we are talking about was a spare one.
What?
Then, are you saying that on the night of murder, there were 2 Nico Samurai costumes at the Gatewater Hotel? Yes, that is what I am saying. And how do you explain the costume that was inside the guitar case?
It would mean that the victim himself had planned to bring this spare to the ceremony. Talking people, yes,
Why?
yes.
The victim, Mr. Corrida, was a German ninja. Why would he secretly bring the Nico Samurai spare costume with him? What could be the reason behind such a peculiar act? Ah, so that's why you attended. Oh, so you're so stupid, right?
Yeah, I guess Wright just found out. What are you mumbling to yourself about now?
I'm saying to myself I'm stupid.
Yes. Have you just been brumming all this time without any sense of a winner monologue?
My monologue, there are no monologues.
What are you talking about? I do inner monologue all the time.
Huh? No, I just... Mr. Wright, please explain yourself. Why do you think the victim had a Nico Samurai spare costume? Phoenix, are you sure you can explain this one? Think carefully before you answer. And then answer with gusto. I believe in you. Alright.
Gusto!
Alright, this is what I think. The reason the victim brought the Nico Samurai spare costume to the hotel was...
To use this thing as evidence, yes!
this conference ticket!
Yes, so we can use it! That's
Fine,
the reason!
we can use it!
Yes!
What is this? On the night of the murder, after the stage show, the Nico Samurai was going to hold a special press conference. Press conference? Yes, the Nico Samurai was supposed to confess something at this conference.
I heard about this as well. For once you're not making something up, right?
But what struck me as strange was that Mr. On Guard himself said he had no idea he was supposed to be holding a press conference that night. But how can it be? When I see it, that can mean only one thing. The conference was set up by none other than the victim, Mr. Juan Corrida himself.
Oh snap!
Victim? Yes. Spare Nico Samurai costume was prepared for that very conference. Corrida was going to hold the press conference as the Nico Samurai.
Aha! This explains everything!
He was going to dress up as a Nico Samurai and hold a conference?
Yes.
But why would he do such a thing?
Because he's a jerk.
That's something I don't quite know yet. However, maybe he was a jerk.
Yes.
What I am concerned with right now is what do you tend to reveal at that conference?
The Nico Samurai was going to confess something. And by confess, I wager he was going to reveal something about himself.
Which means that Juan Corrida, posing as the Nico Samurai, was going to speak about Mouth Guard. Yes, I guess that is what he would mean.
But if that's the case, that's not a confession, that's a public
Disclosure.
disclosure! How dare you!
Miss Andrews?
I can see why you are so proud at what you do.
Pardon me?
Yes, just what you say, the press conference was set up by Joanne.
Oh boy. Miss Andrews, please offer us an explanation for this.
I was the one that asked for the help set it up. And the person who prepared the second costume for him, that was also me.
You?
It was me! Joanne. Practice. Okay. Hoenn had bet everything on the Jammy Ninja this year. If he lost the Grand Prix, he was going to make sure that Matt was going to get down with him. That's what he thought anyway.
He was going to ruin him, huh?
It looked like somehow Hoenn had in his hands a secret powerful. That he would destroy Matt's acting career had it been revealed.
What?
Holy shit.
You lose the internet! But my internet is scrappy! I know, do you know that with this secret, Mr. Lagarde, is Miss Andrews?
That's something only Hoenn knew. I don't know what it is.
I see.
I've probably been coming off quite as suspicious to everyone, but that's to be expected. I've been trying to protect Matt after all.
Protect Mr. On Guard?
Bullshit, I say.
And yet again, another strange bit of truth comes to light, it seems. Miss Andrews, if you could, please tell us the truth about your behavior.
Yes, Your Honor, I understand.
Protecting Matt.
From the moment I saw the crime scene, I had a feeling that Matt was the murderer. Matt had to kill Hoenn no matter what. And he didn't have an alibi for what he's going to do at the time of the murder. Yes, because you know, sweeping doesn't always count in the world of law. My thoughts were confirmed by the evidence, of course, the button and the knife. But I'm Matt's manager, so I felt like I should protect him, yeah.
This doesn't go for everything.
Well, I'm logical type.
I'm finally seeing her true self. She's more nervous than a scared rabbit. If there are no objections, I feel that I can pass the verdict based on this testimony. Now then, Mr. Wright, if you please. It's like somehow everything has swung to the opposite end of the scale again.
Yeah.
And just because I have to put my weight into this, I turn her logic upside down.
Exactly.
We have to press stuff.
Yes, we're gonna start with the second statement.
So, would you say this knee came from the press conference?
Yes, do you know why Joan was choose to event and what that hotel for conference? Because that it could cause the most damage to the public beloved Mont on Guard.
And you knew of this plan, didn't you, Miss Andrews?
What about the Power Rangers? Yes, because I was the one who set up the conference and prepared the costume.
But I'm sure Mr. On Guard himself didn't know anything about the press conference.
Oh, really? Can you show me proof that he didn't know about the press conference?
Anyway, the important thing here is that this information was not in your testimony. Yes,
Luckily.
I agree. Miss Andrews, please correct your testimony if you please.
Carping at straws now, are we, Mr. Wright? Okay, this one's a new one. I know what motive was, but I don't have any way to prove I'm right. So, yeah, anyways, let's go to the fourth statement.
Yeah. Pressing F won't do anything.
Or I just give you two hands, but you know.
Yeah. You can hardly call the knife decisive evidence. The fingerprints on the knife could very well be a clever camouflage. Like solid snake!
Yes! Then what about the button?
The button?
The button is bullshit.